How about you check the mother clucking cameras? My college campus is on lock. Yeah, okay.
You got moves, I got ideas too. Better yet, what's the move? I don't know, just move. Where it at?
This is for the people that's either about to get married, you know, engaged, or that wants to get married, like, you know, like later on in life, right? What what song do you want to have played when you're going down the aisle? Cause comment that below, because what I want is Lauryn Hill, "Can't Take My Eyes Off of You." Oh my God, that's such a great song. You're just too good to be true. You know what's crazy? I think the first time I heard that song was in the movie Son of the Mask. And it was like, hopefully y'all can like relate. I mean, like, hopefully you know what I'm talking about. But it was like the scene in the movie where, you know, old dude with the mask, he was singing the song, like he was in a club, he was singing "Can't Take My Eyes Off of You," but like he was singing it in different variations of the song, and like like a lot of different ways. Like he was singing one way, like very slow, you know, like "Can't take my eyes off of you. You're just too good to be true. I love you, baby." Hey, right? And then he was saying that like a country person, like, "Can't take my..." Wow, I don't even know how to. You know what? I'm not even going to attempt to sing "Can't Take My Eyes Off of You" in a country accent, because I feel like if I do, that's very disrespectful, and I'm not. I know damn well that I got a couple of people that's from the country, deep from the country, that watches my show. So I said show. Well, technically, I guess it's a show, but yeah, I'm not about to do that. So I'm not about to disrespect y'all. So yeah, but yeah, comment below what song you would want to have played when you're going down the aisle. You're just so good to me, Drew. Can't take my eyes off of you. I love... All right, I'm got it. All right, stop. No. Y'all good? I hope y'all be safe tonight. I hope this video goes out tonight. Lockdown, not me. You're not locking me nowhere.
If you went to school any time from the 90s onwards, the chances are that you've at least experienced a lockdown drill. Yeah. Maybe even an actual lockdown.
No.
Obviously, not all of them end in tragedy. Some schools go into lockdown because of a crime committed nearby, or because some parent forgot to wear their visitor's badge. There's lots of different reasons. Most of them have nothing to do with an actual legitimate threat to students. But better safe than sorry, right? I went to school in a post-Columbine world. Lockdowns were always taken very seriously, despite the fact that we lived in a fairly isolated area where most people knew each other. There were regular petitions to allow teachers to carry guns in school.
Man.
Who knew how long it might take the police to arrive if something were to ever happen?
Tripping.
But obviously, I'm not here to debate gun control, so I'll get to the point. Most lockdowns are drills, but I'm going to tell you about one that wasn't.
Oh.
I've always been a pretty nervous and paranoid person. For example, throughout middle and high school, I despised being in the cafeteria because I always seemed to get stuck sitting in some corner nowhere near an exit.
That's crazy. I totally agree with you on that. You know, sitting next to an exit. But like when I was in high school, I want to say definitely 11th and 12th grade, but I don't know when I started doing this, but it had to be like towards like the end of my 10th grade year. I started not to like sitting in the cafeteria when it was time for like the kids to eat. I don't know why, but I would either sit right outside the cafeteria and there would be like staff there, right? And I would like sit with them and eat, or I would sit in like the office or like the guidance counselor office and like sit in there and eat, which I mean they was cool with me, but I don't know why I started not liking to eat in the cafeteria. I mean, I had like no problems with no, like people in the cafeteria. It was just something that I don't know. Just don't I can't explain it. I just don't like the cafeteria. I do regret not having a food fight though. Hey.
Made me anxious, realizing just how much distance I would have to cross just to get out, even if something as innocent as a food fight were to occur. In upstairs classrooms, I would occasionally glance out the windows and ponder where or not the drop might kill me, or if I can make it out with just a broken arm or leg. In downstairs rooms, I would tend to sit near the windows unless I was forced to sit somewhere else.
Right.
Admittedly, this was also because I just like to look outside and daydream.
Yeah. Well, mate. Yeah. Yeah. I can see why other people, want to sit next to a window, so you can distract yourself, so you can do what he just said. Sit out, look out there, daydream, and all that. Only reason I'm sitting out the window is something pop off, bitch. I'm out. Hey, don't worry about me. I'm gonna be fine. Cause when I land, I'm gonna land on my Adidas, and they're gonna protect me. Y'all feel me? Just saying. Just saying. I should patent that. Just saying.
But like most routines, after enough repetition, you get used to almost anything.
Right.
If you work in a school, you probably know this like the back of your hand. In the event of a lockdown, teachers are supposed to lock the doors, turn out the lights, and herd students into a part of the room that can't be seen from the window panel on the door. This always seemed a bit ridiculous to me. I once had an English class in a room where the only spot that you couldn't see people from the door was, ironically, right next to the door. The idea of us just lining up there while someone jiggled the knob outside sounded horrifying. However, I did have one major concern. What would happen if I were caught in one of these drills outside the classroom?
I know exactly what would happen. You get clubbed. God, I hope I put in a sound effect. You would not catch my ass outside in the hallways during a lockdown. Are you serious? You're not gonna catch my ass even inside the school. You don't catch my ass in the house watching this shit from like my TV live, eating some popcorn, kettle corn popcorn, just chilling, talking about, oh wow, that. Whew. So glad I'm not in that school. If your ass is in the hallways during the lockdown, you deserve to get clucked up. Talking about some just walking all nonchalant. Oh hey, who are you? What you doing? You're not gonna answer. You're not gonna answer me. What you doing? Why you look so sad? Why your pants? Why your pockets look so heavy? Why you keep looking around for? Why are you looking at me like that? How did you get from there to here in 2.2 seconds? Why are you not answering my question? See, you one of them motherfuckers.
Was I supposed to run and bang on the nearest door?
Hell
Run in
yeah.
the closet?
Yes.
Run outside?
Yes.
I always figured if it came down to it, if I was near an exit and it seemed like the real deal, I would take my chances running outside. Teachers never really told us during drills whether or not they were real, but someone always knew. There was always that one kid whose mom worked at the school and would tell everyone else that they weren't real and that there would be a fire drill the next day or something. They have a special code for when it's real. A girl named Kelly once informed our entire algebra class, if they say lockdown 3 times, it's only a drill. 4 times, it's for real. We all snickered, but what she said lingered in the back of my mind every time the principal went on the loudspeaker, voice crackling throughout the building. And I always counted. awaiting for that fourth time. 11th grade swung around. Now officially an upperclassman, I let a certain confidence seep into my step. I was 16. Next year I would graduate and would be going to college. I practically owned this dump. I would see everyone that I hated working at McDonald's. You know, the usual 16-year-old spiel. I no longer felt the need to rush into first period. Instead, I lingered in the hallway with other relaxed juniors and seniors and made fun of confused freshmen, and actually made eye contact with my teachers.
Right.
This newfound skip of my step was what led me to cutting the first period bell very close.
And I bet you your lingering is what also led you to also getting clucked up, because I bet you about to get clucked up. I bet y'all $5. I bet you $5. He gonna get clucked up because he lingering. He nonchalant. You just in the hallway. Yeah. Oh my God, if he doesn't get clucked up, I owe y'all a lot of money.
As I wiped out my shirt with a wet paper towel in the bathroom, someone had tripped on the bus and had gotten what I prayed was iced coffee on me. The stain did not look like it was coming out, and I hadn't brought a jacket that day. I groaned, balled up the paper towel, and chucked it at the garbage. I missed. Through the thick bathroom walls, I heard the distant crackle of the loudspeaker. Were they starting the morning announcements earlier this year? Maybe someone had parked in a teacher spot, again. Lockdown, 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 lockdown. I was more caught off guard by the fact that it sounded like the secretary was making the announcement than anything else. Only after a moment or two did it sink in.
What's that for?
This wasn't a drill. I stood there, completely motionless, wondering what the hell I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Finally, I lunged towards the door and yanked it open, peering out into the hall.
God damn.
Every door was shut. I was on the second floor. I thought I heard distant yelling from below. My panic then settled into a cold fear that pooled in the pit of my stomach. I darted back into the bathroom, trying to rationalize things. Maybe I had misheard it and it was just a drill. I tried to remember how the person on the loudspeaker had sounded. Were they frightened? Forced calm? I don't know, and not knowing was the worst part. The police had to be on their way if this was real, I assured myself. So as long as I stayed put, everything would be fine.
Right.
What potential school shooter was going to check the bathroom? That said, I ran to the last stall, the one for people with wheelchairs, and scrambled up on the toilet. Should I lock the stall door?
Yes?
No.
Oh.
There was no point.
Yeah.
If they did come in, it would be obvious that someone was in there. What if somehow they saw me through the small space in the door? Could I somehow wiggle on the ground from one stall to the next in an effort to evade them? By this point, I was slightly hysterical, but I knew, in the back of my mind, like you always know in these situations,
That I'm clucked.
if they did come in here, I would probably die.
Yeah.
Ridiculously enough, I began preparing my last lines. What would I say? Should I try to plead with them? What if it was someone I knew? Maybe I could talk them down. But I couldn't even convince myself, never mind someone already homicidal. Should I try to be the hero and go for the gun? Right, and get shot in the face. Perhaps I could stall them. Stall them. I started to laugh. I didn't know why. Crouched on a grimy public high school toilet seat, my chuckles faded into harsh breathing, and I told myself not to look up, no matter what.
Oh!
I heard a loud noise from down the hall and flinched, although I had no idea what it was. I tried to still my breathing, and only succeeded in feeling faint. And then I heard it. Footsteps. I was sure of it. Maybe it was a cop, I told myself. The footsteps drew closer. I hadn't been raised to be religious, but right then and there, I started to make bargains.
Yeah, and I can also tell you that you didn't get raised to haul ass too. So I mean, hell.
I didn't care if I got shot, as long as it didn't kill me or paralyze me. Actually, that might be worse. I just wanted to go home. If whoever was in charge of this shit just made sure I got home, I would do whatever the hell they said for the rest of my life. Maybe they didn't have a gun. Maybe it was a knife.
Maybe you about to get clocked up because you keep asking way too many mother clucking questions. The fact that you man, you closer and closer to getting clocked up. See, that's what I'm talking about. You're a lingering ass.
Maybe I could get out of this with a few nasty scars and a story.
Or
The bathroom door opened, and I went blank. I'm not sure how to describe it. I felt completely removed. I was there in the stall, but also, I wasn't.
the fuck?
Like maybe it didn't really matter much either way. Like I was beyond all of it. For a fleeting second, I wondered if I would collapse and die of fright. I knew they were there. I heard them. The first stall door swung open with a groan, as did the second. I tried to close my eyes, but I couldn't. My eyelids refused to cooperate. The third stall door opened. I was convinced I could hear them breathing. I wondered what they were thinking. Were they excited? Could they hear my breathing? God, I thought.
Shut the hell
Don't
up.
let it be someone I know. The next stall opened, and the one after that was mine. Suddenly the loudspeakers crackled on. Lockdown is now complete. Students and staff, thank you for your cooperation.
The hell?
The person in the bathroom paused. They then turned and left, doors swinging quietly behind them. I didn't leave that stall for another 5 minutes. My first period teacher was very annoyed, but I didn't really care. I informed him about what happened, and he called the vice principal down, and I relayed my story to her. She seemed skeptical about my claim, and told me that the lockdown this morning was only a drill.
Bullshit.
The staff at the school was questioned, but no one had gone into the bathroom during the lockdown to check for students. I never really heard any more about it, but I am certain that there had been someone in there with me, and they came very close to finding me.
I bet you the vice principal was in cahoots. How about you check the mother clucking cameras? My college campus is on lock. Yeah, okay. Shit. Better check them cameras. Oh, because I just thought about it. Because if I was to get clucked up and you said that the lockdown is clear, like we good, but I got clucked up, I'm assuming there's it out of this school. This dusty ass old school. I know you better check them other clucking cameras. Somebody better check them cameras.
The story is told from the point of view of a female.
Right.
I'm a college student in my second year at university.
Right.
Overall, it's pretty nice. Freedom is pretty cool. If you call having a curfew and strict dorm regulations freedom.
That's not, what?
Anyways,
That's not freedom.
my grades are decent, and there is a few attractive guys in my class. However, currently, I'm sort of stuck,
Right.
as my entire campus is on lockdown. The text to alert students of the lockdown came around 8 o'clock this morning, and we haven't heard a word since. I room with 2 other girls, a hyper redhead named Allie, and a girl from Africa named Samantha. Both of them are nice enough, and we all get along well. At first, the 3 of us just assumed it was a drill. They have those occasionally. That they just wanted to ensure that everything was okay, and that the emergency alarm system was working properly, and that students knew how to respond. However, those tend to stop pretty quickly. It's been hours. Not to mention the yelling we heard at the beginning, though it could have just been the initial panic. It ended up stopping about an hour into the lockdown, though it did scare the daylights out of Samantha. Before anyone questions our safety precautions, we have the blinds down and the doors locked. There's a very small wooden chair shoved under the handle, though I doubt that would do much. Sam and Allie attempted to push the dresser from the bedroom to the door. According to protocol, we're supposed to barricade all possible exits. But the doorway is so small that we can't fit the damn thing in there. Figures that the college board, being a bunch of cheapskates, will cost us our lives. I always joke about it, them being so cheap, but I didn't really think it would actually become a problem in the future. I know I may be overreacting, But are lockdowns really supposed to last this long? Internet and cell service keeps cutting in and out. It's so hard to contact the people in the other dorms. Though Samantha managed to get a hold of her mom briefly, she wasn't aware of the lockdown. She said there wasn't anything on the news. I guess that rules out school shooter, because reporters always end up on site as it's happening. I figured posting this here would at least give me something to focus on. Allie and Sam are talking about checking out around the hallways. Maybe we can find some students who actually know what's going on. My college is a pretty decent size, so it shouldn't be that hard to find someone. I figure if we don't hear anything in the next couple of hours, we should look around. It may have just been a false alarm. Either way, I'll be sure to make an update as soon as I know what's going on.
False my ass. False my ass. You know what you should know? Don't look around either. That's just as bad as you being curious. You know what you should do? If you think everything is good, you crack your door. Open it real slow. And you check, head out, pause. You look around. And if you think you good, you in the clear, don't worry about your roommates. You haul ass down the hallway until you get out the mother clucking the building and then the school's campus until you just run. I feel like somebody in cahoots though.
Last night at around 9, Samantha decided that she had enough.
Right.
Allie and I chickened out, so we stayed here.
Yeah, okay.
Sam said that she would be right back. She was going to try to find someone and figure out what's going on, but she hasn't come back. Neither Allie nor I have heard anything. It looks like there are a few posts on social media from other confused students, but all of them are in the same situation we are. There was a brief talk about meeting up, but if Sam didn't come back, I don't know what to think about that. We've also tried to call the police, but they keep hanging up on us.
The hell?
I really don't know what to do.
Ew. I just touched something
It's
sticky.
been a hectic week. Last time I updated this, Samantha had just left, and it was mostly quiet. After I attempted to call the police, Allie and I spent most of the night studying. Exams are important, and it gave us something to do while we waited. I guess I passed out sometime the night before, because I woke up to the sound of police sirens outside. There was blood everywhere. I mean everywhere. On the floor, the walls, and even on the ceiling of the hallways.
Oh no.
Over a fourth of our student population is missing.
What the hell?
And that isn't counting the bodies that they did manage to find. They were torn apart by something.
Oh shit.
After the police escorted the remaining students out of their dorms, most of them just went home. My school isn't a very large one, so we all lost at least one person. No one knows where the missing are. The officer said that they try to keep situations like this out of the public eye. God only knows what that means. If your college starts giving an alarm, don't brush it off. Barricade yourself immediately. And if someone knows what happened to Samantha, please tell me.
Clock her.
There's always a reason to be afraid.
I jump every time, and I don't know why. Hey. 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 So hot. Story number one, I'm suing the school. I'm on bucks. Like I'm not even thinking. I'm not even saying a second thought. I'm suing the hell out of the school because you said it was clear, but the whole time when you said that, there was a mother clucker in the bathroom acting real sus as hell. And you talking about we good? You talking about we safe? It's all good. Like everything is in the clear. We don't got nothing to worry about, bitch. My life was on the line. I shitted. And the shit didn't even end up in the toilet. It ended up on myself. Story number two. If you got roommates, cluck your roommates unless they about that Adidas life. That hauling ass life. And even then, because not all Adidas can keep the same like running pace. That can keep the same miles per hour. There are certain ones that are like, that can only go to a certain miles per hour. That can only run so fast. But then the other ones, they're not as, they're fast. They can, you can haul ass in any Adidas, but all I'm saying is there are certain Adidas that are faster than others, because no Adidas is slow. But there are certain Adidas that can outrun other Adidas. So with that being said, if your roommates were about that Adidas life, then they can possibly run with you, right, haul ass with you. But if if they don't got like the top of the line Adidas, then you're gonna be 6 miles out while they 2 miles out. And then, like they still running, but you just gonna be far as hell from them. And don't look back. Don't you ever look back. Don't ever, if you running from something or somebody, don't you ever look back. Ever. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family.